What's good, everybody? It's your boy Robert. I'm back with another video. As you can see, I have here the OnePlus 8T. Now, I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to pick up this phone. You know, I did have the OnePlus 8 earlier this year, and you know, the T, sometimes the T variant really doesn't move the needle, but I decided to pick one up due to the fact that there is a different camera setup in the back. There is a slight upgrade in the actual internal storage. This is the T-Mobile variant of the OnePlus 8T. It does have 256 gigabytes of internal storage. But before I start getting off into a lot of the information about the phone, let's crack it open and check it out. These elongated style boxes. I don't know how I feel about these. You have the OnePlus 8 pamphlets. You have a SIM card inside if you need it, a SIM card tool ejector, a welcome guide. On side you have the new 65-watt fast charging brick, the red and white charging cable, which is OnePlus's signature look. And I have here the aqua marina green version. Real nice looking version of this phone. I like it, the flat display. Very nice looking phone. But I like the material. On the bottom, you have where your SIM card will go in at, and a bottom firing speaker, USB Type-C. This display does have 120 Hertz refresh rate. You got on the back the quad camera system. There is a small speaker, so it does have stereo speakers. The Dolby Atmos, what they call Cinema Duo speakers, is how they refer to it. You got your volume rocker on the left side of the phone, power button on the right, with your toggle to silent switch right next to it, right above it. It does have an in-display fingerprint sensor. It is IP68 water and dust resistant, and it should have Android 11 on board with the new Oxygen OS. Now this phone weighs about 3.1 ounces. It is a 6.5 inch display. Other than that, let's power it up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up, and we're gonna come right back. Now that I got it, everything all set up, let's run through it really quick. Basically, this phone is what I would call a slight upgrade from the previous OnePlus phone. Now, it does have a 4,500 milliamp battery, which I think I may have mentioned in the unboxing. The 120 Hertz refresh rate, and under refresh rate, you do have the option to set this up with either a 60, which is less smooth, but it'll be better on the battery, or the ultra smooth high refresh rate of 120 Hertz. Now, one thing also with the new 65-watt fast charging and the new cable, the cable is slightly shorter than previous cables that have came with other OnePlus phones. And to me, that's a little bit of a letdown. Also, with the OnePlus new charging brick, the 65-watt charging brick, depends on if you're using, let's say, like a surge protector. This particular brick can take up a lot of spaces on a surge protector, depending on what type of model you have. Like, I think some of the most common ones are the straight up and down surge protectors. And this charging brick itself can take up at least 2 outlets when it comes to charging it. But if you're just putting it straight into a wall, then you would have to plug this in on the bottom. Another improvement though I do like about this charging brick, it is Type-C now, whereas before it was a Type-A connector. So that's a big plus. But again, those are just something I just noticed. I do have 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 12 gigs of RAM, It does shoot video in what they call a super stable mode. I haven't had a chance to test that out yet, but while we're here, let's look at the camera really quick. Nice and crisp, I liked it. Inside the camera, let's start. You do have time lapse, panorama, slow motion. You got your video, photo, portrait, nightscape, and you do have a pro mode where you can pretty much shoot in manual mode. I recently got an update, so let's see where I'm at. Android 11, pretty much it. So it's on the latest iteration with the latest security patch on board. OnePlus is real good about updating their phone, so it's not anything you should have to worry about. It is IP68 water and dust resistant. And again, the skin, OnePlus's skin, easy to actually theme and make it your own. You can go into customization or display, but you can change your accent colors. You can even go right down to setting it to that hue, the perfect hue that you may want your accent color. If it's not red enough for you, you can come in here and play with the intensity of whatever accent color you would like to use. You can also go in and change your icons that shows in your notification. You can go with a round, square, teardrop, and round rectangular. Right now I got the round one set up. And also you can come in here and any icon pack that you may have that you use on other launchers, you can also use them on the regular OnePlus launcher. Also fonts. Right now there's two fonts. They got the Roboto font and the OnePlus Sans. That Roboto is the one that has a more bold look to it. From a storage standpoint, I've used 28.72 gigabytes of the actual internal storage. As far as my apps, I have about 9.4 gigabytes of my apps on board. From a system apps, there was 18 gigs already being used. If I need to go in and free up some space, I can come in and clean out some junk files to get some of that space back. Duplicates, you can find large files, anything that you may, you think you need to get some of that storage space back that you may have lost. There's a battery saving feature. You can optimize your battery by using RAM boost. In your display, you can change the actual vibrancy of your display with the vibrant color effect. I don't have it turned on right now, but I usually flick this on whenever I put a screen protector on there. Also, there's a feature where you can drop down part of your bezel over the camera to hide it. I don't necessarily need to do that because where the front camera is placed at, it doesn't really bother me. All right, real quick, let me just go ahead and just kind of wind down this video. It's getting a little bit too long, but as far as bloatware, T-Mobile really don't hit you over the head with too many things that you can consider, annoying bloatware. They do have that McAfee security. They are pushing their new T-Mobile Play, which is like a TV subscription type of deal, Netflix, everybody's got their wares to sell. I just think because of the fact that T-Mobile don't own or have as many things on the back end of their company to peddle to us as AT&T and Verizon with AT&T TV and DirecTV and Verizon and all those things. Everybody's got some kind of extra little bit of subscription to try to push on their people who use their phones on their carriers. But T-Mobile, as of today, has very minimal bloatware on the OnePlus 8T. So that pretty much does it with the unboxing and walkthrough of the OnePlus 8T. I will do a further walkthrough, a little bit more detail, show you some things that I like to do when it comes to setting up this phone, and I'll give you a lot more detailed information. I'm a little late to the game bringing this phone because I was very hesitant on whether or not I was going to pick this phone up, but since I am going to be ordering the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it was a big gap of time in between waiting and either doing nothing, and I decided just to pick up this phone and show it to you guys on the channel. Anyhow, that pretty much does it. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, leave your comments down below, questions also. And other than that, I'll check you in the next video. I'm out.